Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show, home improvement and maintenance tips from the pros.
Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show Action Edition, where we feature an actionable tip that you can use today. And I'm here with my old buddy, Larry. And Larry, I understand what you might have going on, and it might relate to what we're about to talk about.
Today, John, so my lovely bride wanted a new backsplash in the house. So I put a new backsplash in this weekend, and that meant that I had to take the microwave down. And, of course, your never-to-be humble host put the tile back up underneath where the microwave is going to go, so he has to drill through tile. So that's today's, after we get done recording, that is today's job. So John and I were talking before the show, and John said, maybe we should talk about drilling through tile.
So, Larry, tell me your approach. So, I'll start off by saying, folks, when you're drilling through tile, you need to understand what that material is. Is it a ceramic tile? Is it glass tile? Is it porcelain? And glass and porcelain are very, very tough. Ceramic is it's not as tough. Now the glaze is tough to get through, but so that requires what, Larry? Special drill, right?
Special drill bits. That is correct. Yes. So we do want to make sure that, let's start off just with the equipment side. You will need carbide and or diamond tipped drill bits. There are special glass bits that are made and designed to cut through glass. They will cut through porcelain, glass, and actually ceramic as well.
Yes.
But you also can use other bits as well, but those are going to be the ones that actually are the ones that I would recommend for doing tile. Because John, what happens if you crack it?
Crack tile?
Yes.
You've cracked it.
And you don't have a lot of fun.
No, you're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I'm sure you can report back to us on. Now, if you're going to stick a microwave over the mess you're about to make this afternoon,
thanks, buddy.
Then nobody's going to know it. But no, seriously, is that it's. I think we gave out a tip a while ago about using tape.
Yes,
and you want to make sure that you not to crack the tile. You don't want to press real hard drilling through it. You want to take it slow. Otherwise, you're going to have you can have a mess on your hands.
Yeah, it's a true example. So first off, let's just go over that tape tip again. So you put down a piece of tape. It can be masking tape of some sort. Of course, we use blue tape because I don't even know if I have any regular masking tape anymore. But you want to put some masking tape down where you're going to cut the hole. Mark off where your hole goes on the masking tape itself, and use that because the tape actually holds the edges of the surface that you're cutting from chipping. And if you're cutting glass or anything that's brittle, it tends to run. And so what you don't want it to do is run, and the tape helps with that. It doesn't stop it, but it helps with that. Very light on the pressure. This is not a push the drill bit through. It's let the drill bit do its job, which is to cut. And it takes, we did a show on cutting concrete. It's the same basic principle. It just takes time. It's not something that you're not going to speed it up by pressing down on the drill bit like you can with wood. Pushing down hard on a drill bit with wood makes it go through the wood faster. It also makes a terrible hole. But that's something you cannot do that with a hard surface.
No.
And so let it cut, let it do its thing.
Mm-hmm.
And don't scrimp on the bits. Make sure you get the right bits. So, and they're in your tool aisle. You'll see them. John, what else we got on drilling tile?
Well, I think it's just just to reiterate, when you put the tape on there, you can mark on the tape. It's a lot easier to see on a tape, obviously, than it is on the tile. It's not going to it slows down the ability to have a drill start to walk around on you. Right. So it kind of holds it there, and that's a good little tip. Take it slow. We already talked about that. And the reason that I think all these things. I know you're talking about, hanging up the microwave on tile and things like that, but also, folks, when you're thinking about drilling through tile, you're gonna come up against this for putting like grab bars and things in showers.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so for older folks, or maybe even you, I don't know, is that?
Oh, thanks, buddy.
You're gonna come, oh, Larry. Yeah. We put a chair in the shower for you. But it's one of those things where you're going to come up against a lot if you're doing grab bars and that in showers. And I actually just did some at a customer's place. So it's one of these things where if you don't do it every day, this is kind of a little refresher so that that if you're doing it, use the right bit, understand what the material is, and then take it slow until you get through the tile itself.
Right. Anything else, John?
Nope. That is it, Larry.
That is it. Well, folks, don't forget to join our Facebook group. That's at Handyman Pros. You can send us an email, questions at handymanprosradioshow.com. We're also on Twitter. That's Twitter at Handyman Radio. And we want to thank you for listening. We will see you next week on the Handyman Pros Radio Show.